record.
Good afternoon, good evening to the Howard Family Fantasy Football League podcast week, our week 14 recap, our fourth video. I'm going to go ahead and welcome our guest, Grandpa. Thank you for attending. Thank you for attending this week's recap. We will have Danny join here shortly.
Yeah, Danny should be joining us. So whenever
just here shortly.
Available, he's going to dial in, so we'll have him too.
We were supposed to have Amaya, but she's going to do it next week. She has some plans tonight, but that's all right. Just like last week, since we're doing it on Monday, still got those Monday night football games still going on. So matchups are still
Henry
being
just scored a
calculated.
touchdown.
Who did?
Henry.
Ooh, okay.
Henry. Okay. The matchups are still being calculated. But probably not going to change. Although we don't believe any of the matchups are too close to call.
I think they're pretty well set.
Yeah.
Unless some really big miracle happens, I think they're.
We believe they're done.
I think they're done.
Even with the 2 remaining games left being played right now.
That's right.
I do want to say good job to everyone for not only playing fantasy football this week, but putting no bye players in their starting lineup.
That was a win for the league. No bye players. Like how we just took the 2 minutes to set our lineups.
Yeah, I think the advice really helped.
I think our advice worked, especially mine.
Yeah,
especially
your advice really helped.
Good.
So good job to everyone for that. Straight into our recaps. We got the daughter-dad matchup. 210 to 163.
Maya versus Danny is what he's talking about.
Yeah. This game is final. Danny, the dad comes in.
The dad got the daughter this time.
You know. For Uncle Danny, it was the James Cook with 39 points. Running back for Buffalo, DJ Moore with 35 points, and everyone else was their projected numbers. Amaya had Breece Hall with a stellar 39 points. Brandon Ayuk with 31 points. The killers for Amaya was we got Danny coming in?
I think we do. Keep going.
Awesome. Jamar Chase and Stephon Diggs and Khalil Herbert with 8.8 for Jamar, Stephon with 8.8, and Khalil with only 1.6.
Hey, Danny, welcome.
Welcome.
We're just talking about you. So your matchup with Amaya, with the dad prevailing, 210 to 163, which was a final. So congrats there. I thought Amaya needed just a little more from a few of her folks.
Yeah, for sure.
Jamar Chase only got her 8.8, Stephon Diggs 8.8, and Khalil Herbert, running back, 1.6. That was a killer. And you had James Cook and DJ Moore who did all right for you.
You know, even though I don't know Khalil Herbert that well, and I don't know if he's good or not. He's probably not great because he plays for the Bears, but still, underperformer right there.
So, did you hear any of that, Danny?
No, I just got on. I don't know why, but I couldn't hear anything.
No, that's all right. We're talking about your matchup. Maya and Danny, you won. She had Jamar Chase and Stephon Diggs with only 8.8, and Khalil Herbert, running back, 1.6. So, like, you had DJ Moore, James Cook bringing in 30 plus, which is the difference.
Really good. Awesome.
You got the best of the daughter.
All right.
Daddy-daughter matchup.
And then we got
Ben, any of those running backs you want to trade?
No.
Or can you? So there you go.
All right, and then we got dad and son matchup. Dad versus grandpa. It's game's not over yet, but 205 to 128. Dad, you're
128. That's pathetic.
Yeah, that was calculated before the game started, so it might be a little different right now.
It's not much.
205 to 129.
There you go. Not much different.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Dad, you still have Tyreek Hill left. Grandpa, you still got Mustard and a chain left. But too much to overcome for the 205 right now.
I think so.
For Grandpa,
there goes Mustard. Long run. Go. Oh, he's tackled.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought we had a live.
That would
a
have
live.
put you over the edge.
That would
Put you
have
over the
been
top.
awesome. That would have been pretty cool.
Would have been a 60-yard touchdown, but they caught him by the shoestring.
Oh.
Grandpa Joe Mixon, 34 points. Your
Yeah,
Jets.
big deal.
Yeah, Jets defense, 13 those were all his only overperformers.
Yeah.
Killer.
And the underperformers were under. Way
yeah,
under.
Talk about those.
Jalen Hurts, 11.88 points. The QB for the Philadelphia Eagles and Amon St. Brown was 7.2 points.
Yeah,
I mean,
those are big point getters that
Yeah.
didn't do it for you
no,
this week.
didn't do it.
Didn't do it.
Dad, you had Deebo Samuel.
I mean, he was my only guy really that,
Yeah.
that did anything. 54 points.
54.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Rashad White, 37. And the Browns defense
That's
with
a lot.
14 points.
I was most proud of that just because,
Yeah.
when I match my fantasy lineup
Mhm.
with my heart and when those line up and they do well, it's like, oh,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Browns
Browns,
with
A double
14
win.
points. The world is all is well with the world. So
Browns definitely had to get that win yesterday to at least stay in the hunt, I would say. But now we're definitely in the picture.
I mean,
and-
we've been in the picture.
So we pulled away with the win after the two straight losses. But Grandpa, I want to talk about your 3 losses in a row.
Ooh.
I won. I started the season with 2 losses, right, in a row. I won 8 in a row, and now I can't score any points. Nobody's doing anything for
Yeah.
me.
That's why I love and hate fantasy so much.
Yes,
It'll do that to you.
you
It'll do that to
Wow.
you.
definitely some upset
And
stuff.
I'm in danger of falling out of the playoffs.
Yes, for sure.
That's we were looking at it. We've got it for a different segment later. We can chat about that more later. But yeah, I would say that's true.
And then that's it for that matchup. Seeing if anything will change later. But and then we got me versus Uncle Jason. This was a heartbreaker. Even though if I won, I would definitely probably not be in the playoff picture. But still, it was a heartbreaker because it was a close one. Jason pulling out with 190 and me 175, so 15 points. This one hurt.
I'm sure. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Uncle Jason's been doing really well lately, so I wouldn't worry about that one.
Mm-hmm. Lamar Jackson for Jason, 50.64 points.
Ooh.
Ravens won this one on a returned punt touchdown in overtime. Never want the Ravens to win. Don't really like the Ravens.
Concur.
But pretty much everyone else on his team did their job and were right around their projected. Well, I do want to talk about Justin Jefferson. Came up with 7.4 points, but I'm not surprised by that because he is coming back from injury and he doesn't have his chemistry with the backup quarterbacks.
No, he got hurt, Ben. He got hurt. They
Yeah.
took him out in the second quarter. He got popped in
Josh
his
Brown's
chest.
got a concussion, and
Yeah,
Mullins
he's out.
was the backup. So not just chemistry, but how good is Nick Mullins?
Actually
Yeah.
playing.
Who is that guy, and what can he do?
Hey Ben, you know what a player's best ability in football is?
What?
Availability. And Justin Jefferson doesn't have any of it right now.
Yeah, he's a little banged up. But for me, I had Drake London, who's a guy I picked up off of waivers like 3 weeks ago. 48.4 points. Never expected that from him. My kicker, my very own kicker, Justin Tucker, 12 points.
Justin Tucker.
How do you do it, man? How do you always bring it into the conversation? Your kicker.
I mean, I love him because he never. I think he's only missed like 2 kicks in.
All the time you've had him.
Yeah.
In the history of football.
No. Yeah. My killer was Mike Evans, 2.6 points with the 50 he put up last week. So I wasn't too happy with that. And then Jerry Jeudy with 5.2. Just
Yeah, I expect that from Jerry Jeudy. I don't expect that from Mike Evans.
Mike Evans should at least put up his projected, at least.
Yeah.
Or at
That
least
Jerry
10.
Jeudy did that to you on purpose, Ben, because remember when you were yelling at him in warmups that you stink. Hey Jeudy, you stink. He didn't forget, pal.
Yeah.
I think that was Steve Smith, not Ben Howard. But
That was great, by the way, Steve Smith. That was
Steve
fantastic.
Smith. Okay. Our last one. Maddie versus Lila still going on with the games going on right now. 190 to 116. Lila in the lead. Tua. And Saquon Barkley still left for Lila to play, and Jalen Waddle left for Maddie. It's too much to overcome.
Too much to overcome.
But Lila, Cooper Kupp, who we thought was a one-hit wonder, but apparently not for this game.
He's resurrected.
Yeah. Is this his comeback season? He had 39 points. So welcome to the show, Cooper Kupp. Wow.
Pretty good. Good comeback.
How many points did Lila's kicker have?
Oh,
Kicker. That was exactly what we were talking about. Her kicker. Our kickers are awesome. Brendan Aubrey, kicker for the Dallas Cowboys, 22 points.
What?
22
I
points.
don't even know how you
Yeah.
get 22
He had
points.
a 59-yarder and a 60-yard field goal.
Yeah,
And a 50.
apparently he knows how to get 22 points. It's you kick 3 field goals over 50 yards.
He's a rookie. He never played college ball. He hasn't missed a kick this year. He's like 27 for 27.
I need to think.
Oh,
I
crazy.
need to think about. I have definitely some kickers.
Justin Tucker, you just mentioned, has missed 2 in your lifetime. So
Yeah.
what?
So
what
this
do
guy's been perfect.
I definitely have some kicker decisions to make next season for the draft.
His 60
You're gonna
yarder.
grab him in the first round.
Ben's going to be
60 yarder
stressing
would have
over.
good from 72. So
Yeah, it was deep.
it was a good kick.
It was impressive.
Um,
So Ben, Aubrey or Justin Tucker next year? Whew, you are going to be so on
and
tilt.
Young Waiku.
Oh, that might be your first 3
It's gonna be a
rounds.
tough decision. I'm gonna have to sit on that toilet a little longer and decide. I'm gonna have to sit.
That's a good
That's
toilet
hilarious.
decision. I agree. I agree.
But we talked about that, and then TJ Hawkinson, the only underperformer for Lila, 15.6 points, which it's not a bad points for a tight end, but that was her only underperformer. That's why we put it up here in the conversation.
Yeah.
For Maddie, Micah Pittman and Bijan Robinson were all the only overperformers with 29 points each. And everyone else underperformed for her, and to include CJ Stroud, her QB with 3.64 points. I can tell Maddie's definitely mad at that one.
He got hurt in the fourth period though. He wasn't.
He was not doing.
He was
well.
having a rough game the whole game.
That was my question. I didn't know when he left the game. I
Yeah.
thought maybe
He left in the fourth quarter, concussion.
Okay, yeah.
That's rough.
And I'll tell you what, Bijan Robinson, I'll tell you why points wise he overperformed. I'll tell you why he underperformed. He played against Tampa yesterday, and did you see the play Tampa played against him? They only had 9 guys on defense.
Oh man, I want that defense.
Yeah, exactly. He had 9 guys on defense, and he still couldn't score. Come on.
Okay, jeez. So that's it for all of our recap. Do remember that things can change, but probably will not change. But it's time for our Howard Banter random conversation segment. So we start off.
Yeah. So the first thing we wanted to talk about, this is an important topic for our league. We've only broached the topic, but I think we really need to come to a decision.
Yeah.
And that's punishment for the last place player. So we've come up with a couple different options.
So
we need you to think about these, and for the folks that are watching, vote in the chat group, or if you have another idea, put that in there. But I think the main thing is to realize, if you have your own idea, if this person does this thing and it jeopardizes future employment, that probably doesn't qualify as a punishment. So just use that. Yeah. So here's our ideas. One is just the trophy.
Just the trophy. Is that just a big enough punishment, having that trophy? A man sitting on a toilet in your room
for all to see. And think you
bright gold colors.
Ben, what was your punishment when you had it for the first 2 years?
My punishment was I had to put a picture of me holding a sign that said I lost on fantasy football.
I
and put-
suck at fantasy.
I suck at fantasy football on my Instagram
So
profile picture.
that's actually one of the other options, and I'll read it here. Instagram profile picture of the league's choosing, and so we get to pick what the picture is.
Mhm.
It can be a sign with "I suck at fantasy football" or
Can it be
something.
an AI picture?
What's that?
Can it be an AI picture?
I think we all need to agree what it's going to be. I think if you want to AI generate it, by all
Yeah, sure.
means, by all means do that. But we need to come to a consensus on what this individual should have as their Instagram profile pic.
So our next idea: stay at a Waffle House for 24 hours, but each pancake or waffle you eat takes it away 1 hour.
Who
This
did that? There was a pro athlete that did that. Who was it?
This is a very popular
this is
one.
a popular
It's
one
a
between
popular
all fantasy football league.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I can eat. I might just stay there for 24 hours.
Yeah, I mean you can eat more than one, man.
Yeah.
You can pace it out.
Where do you eat the pancakes at? Does it matter?
Waffle
Waffle House.
Because it's open 24
Do they have
hours.
dollar pancakes?
No. What? nice try, cheater.
Okay. Our next idea was a lemonade stand / a hot chocolate stand with video evidence with a sign that says I'm having this lemonade / hot chocolate stand because I suck at fantasy football.
Which
See, that would
I
be
think
funny.
is much more much worse for the grown-ups than it is
Yeah.
for the kids.
It looks a little
but
creepy.
there's a suck factor.
Creepy, but
There's a suck factor for
Yeah.
for both, right?
you also get maybe a little bit of cash. So
Maybe that's not punishment. I don't know.
I don't know.
Make some money.
Okay. The last one we'll talk about is holding a sign at a busy intersection saying I suck at fantasy football. Some qualifying roads
Mhm.
that we've thought about: University Boulevard for the folks down in South Florida. That would work. Highway 98
busy.
for us,
Mira Mesa Boulevard.
That's very busy.
or Mira Mesa Boulevard in San Diego. But
Sure.
these are just examples
Mhm.
of streets that we're going for.
And you have to
Well,
sign.
looking at the standings, I think we can narrow it down to either being University Drive or 98.
I didn't say that. I'm just coming up with the ideas.
Yeah,
I'm saying it right now.
but
So hey, we'll we could just get your vote over the chat group, so we can come to a consensus. Get with the commissioner, ratifying what the punishment is.
awesome. So that's enough for.
Majority wins. Whatever gets voted majority,
Sounds
that's
good.
the winner.
I think that's fair.
So-
Are you posting those choices somewhere so we can just vote on them, or
I'll put them on the chat room.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
That's it for our punishment talk ideas.
Well, hold on. Well, while we're on the punishment talk, can we really talk about the 3 teams that are in the hunt for the punishment itself?
Sure.
I
So,
believe
jump ahead a little bit. So
Yeah.
based on the
I
standings,
believe-
right? Predicted standings.
Lila and Amaya are tied after this week for last place.
Tied for 10.
That's what
Who's the tiebreaker?
Tiebreakers Amaya versus Lila right now.
I know, but who wins
It's
the tie?
well, head to head would be the first side. I believe they're 1-1. The second tiebreaker would be fewest points.
Ooh, I didn't check that one, so we'll have
But-
to check that out. But Ben, Amaya, Lila are definitely in
Those are the 3 that are fighting.
the tiebreakers.
So
right?
And who plays next week? So who do you play next week, Ben?
I play Maddie. So
Okay.
So,
Amaya is going to
here,
play.
we're jumping ahead a little bit, but we'll hit this. So next week's matchups are Pete versus Lila, Danny versus Grandpa, Jason versus Maya, and Maddie versus Ben. And so, Lila versus me, I was hoping for an easy
That's tough
matchup.
for her.
Lila brought it this week, so that could be tougher. So Lila's got a shot. I think Jason versus Maya. Jason's very consistent,
drink it.
right? And so.
okay.
Yeah. Amaya can bring it. She just needs to get her head in the game. She can't worry about
Finals.
schoolwork.
Don't
or
worry about finals. It's all good. It's all good.
You need to focus where
Yeah,
you're
do the important stuff first.
Yeah, you don't want to
Like,
get
priorities.
guys seeing you
Football, fantasy football,
doing-
Priorities.
priorities.
I will tell you, in her defense, we were on our way to Lila's volleyball tournament on Sunday at 12:30, or I'm sorry, at 10:30 because you're gonna start at 11, and she was on her phone checking it and even asking questions. So it wasn't a BS set lineup at the time. Really thought unfortunately her bench wasn't too solid, so there wasn't other options.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad she's putting the right amount of effort towards what is important. So this is good. Tell her well done. Well
Good
done.
job.
She almost missed Lila's game because she was sitting there worried about her football.
So we need us three need to lock in to not get that trophy or worse punishment. Yeah. It could
happen.
Yeah.
The good news, Ben, if you do finish last, it saves on shipping because it just stays right there.
It's on shipping.
I'm not worried about shipping. Let's I'll pay that shipping.
You're
UPS,
happy to ship it, right?
Yeah.
Priority mail.
Yeah. I want to talk about your name change this week.
That was a good name change.
It was our one name change this week. What was it?
Well, I mean, I kept Taki.
Yeah, he
'Cause
kept the base.
That's the foundation of my team.
Yeah.
My team and the spirit of my team is Taki, but it was Taki on the committee, which I think, it goes with the spirit of what we're all feeling at the moment. So
Who knows?
Taki on the committee.
Taki on the committee.
Did you hear the latest one that Corrigan, the chairman, his brother is the senior vice president of ESPN programming?
I heard that a few days ago. Yeah,
unbelievable. I get everything the more comes out, the more you realize just how fixed and rigged this whole system is.
It's awful. Anyway, name change. That was the only one. Oh, the one topic I wanted to bring up with you guys. And I meant to bring it up last week. It was a topic last week, and last week's topic was going to be Ben's new girlfriend, Lexi. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Lexi. And so I was going to bring it up this week. I had to change the title in our outline to Ben's ex-girlfriend.
In 1 week?
In 1 week.
10 days.
So it didn't last. I thought we were going to talk about, his long lost love, but is now Ben's ex-girlfriend. But I wanted to talk to you guys, get your advice, or maybe you could give your advice to Ben. He decided to break up with Lexi over text. And I wanted to get your take on good or bad. What's
so? Ironically, Pete, this was a Seinfeld episode.
There was no texting Seinfeld.
Well, it wasn't text. It was whether they had to do it in person or over the phone. Which I think even that they're talking over the phone.
Over the phone's a little better.
Yeah, I think texting's like the lowest level. I mean, it's pretty bad, but you know what? Kids these days, everything's through text anyway. Like they'll do a job interview through text if they could. So it's to them, it's the high level of communication. It sucks, Ben. Next time you got to be a man, pal. You got to do it face to face.
Yeah, I mean that was the parents' advice. Like, hey, man, that was probably easy
Advice
to do.
after the fact.
Well, I didn't know you were going to break up with her. So.
No, me either.
You just
it just started. Your fingers just started going.
Yeah, we're done. Did she do something? And they're like, "What'd she do?"
She didn't sit with me at lunch.
Oh yeah, get rid of her.
Yeah.
Be off with her head. Didn't sit with you at lunch.
But wait, what was the reason she didn't sit with you at lunch?
No clue.
Yeah, you may want to find that out now. What if you found out she didn't sit with you at lunch because her grandmother passed away? How bad would you feel then?
Well,
the question is, she didn't sit with you. Did she sit with another guy?
I don't know.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's a new level.
Ooh.
Those are.
If she was with another guy, Grandpa's on the path. If she's with another guy, you break up on text, pal.
I was telling him earlier that when we moved from Ohio to Florida, I had my girlfriend in, after 7th grade. I didn't talk to her very much, and I don't think I actually ever broke up with her. So she might still be waiting for that phone call.
Waiting.
Yeah. So sorry.
So wait a minute,
Haley.
After 7 years, aren't you legally married? So are you married to two people, Pete?
I could be. Yeah. I just don't know it. So.
All right.
Moving along.
Moving along. Grandpa, we're gonna hit you with our edition of the quick fire questions.
Okay.
Few questions to get to know you. All right. Favorite sports moment of all time?
Ooh.
Ooh, favorite sports moment. It's probably when LeBron blocked that shot in the
Awesome.
finals.
I
great one.
wasn't expecting that
The
one,
block.
but that was probably one of my favorites.
I mean, I'll go to that game. That three was like, because there's a scoring drop for both teams for
Yeah, I know.
yes, and I was like, oh my gosh.
I love that. That's
And
one of my favorite sports moments.
And I think that's might be when Ben started liking sports, because we were moving back to
The States.
Virginia,
Yeah.
and we were in the hotel during Game 7, and when they won, I screamed so loud. Sarah's yelling at me because she thinks I'm gonna wake up all the rest of the hotel, which I probably did. But
It's all right.
who cares?
Who cares?
Who
Yeah.
cares?
Right.
What's the problem here? And
Yeah, good job.
the dog was going crazy. I think Ben was looking at me like I was crazy, but I think he
It was
got
awesome.
That was
Awesome.
That was
But-
big. That was big.
big one.
Grandpa.
That's a
Last
good,
2
great
minutes of that
answer.
game was big.
Yeah, that's a really good
answer.
one. But Grandpa, you're a Cleveland fan. We're a Cleveland fan, so we know heartbreak. So, what's your worst sports moment of all time?
The worst sports moment. Oh, when Byers fumbled the ball on the 1 yard line, going in for a touchdown against Denver. That was bad.
That's
That
what
was bad. I mean, so close. Such a comeback. What a game that was.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
Browns were down 20-0, 21-0 at half, and
they
came back, and they were 1 yard away from tying it up, and
Yep.
he fumbled the ball.
Yeah, but he's come
That
back
was-
after the Cavs did win the championship. He had a load off his back because
Right.
Cleveland was able to win a championship, and then he was pretty grateful.
He was part of the parade.
That was cool to see.
Okay. And then next one, your favorite grandma saying.
Favorite grandma say.
Ooh, you're gonna get him in trouble.
I have to ask. Do I have to ask her? She's sitting next to me. It's probably like as I said.
Yeah, that's a
okay.
classic.
2 weeks
That's a
in a
classic.
row. 2 weeks in a row.
It's a classic.
Okay. What's your favorite game that you've been to
In person.
in person?
Ooh.
Favorite.
Ooh, I know
game,
this one. I know it.
I think I know it too, but I was curious.
I don't think you know it.
I was gonna say the '86 Jets.
No, that's right up there, but that's pretty good too. The game I'm thinking of is Game 7, Cavs against they were the Bullets at that time, and I get emotional thinking about it. They scored with 0.01 second left on the clock to win the game. It was spectacular.
Yeah, that's
I was there with my mom, grandma. Your great grandma was there, and who else was with us? Marty was there, and I think one other person. But it was a spectacular game.
so good.
Who hit the shot?
It was. Who hit the shot? What was his name?
Look
White
at
guy.
this.
It was a white
Look
guy.
at this in real time.
This is after the shot. After the shot.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, I was there.
Pretty cool.
It was
stuff.
good. It was good.
Pretty cool stuff. I remember you actually had a vinyl of the audio.
Yeah.
of that. I remember
Joe,
that.
what was his name? Joe
Joe Tate.
Yeah, Joe Tate. Yeah,
Rest
it was
in peace,
awesome.
Joe Tate. Yeah,
Peace. All right.
awesome.
Awesome. Thank you for those quick fire questions. All right.
They weren't very quick answers, but okay.
So we named that segment.
Fire
To just questions.
All right. Our weekly awards. All right. Our most points on the bench award. Amaya, you had 61.8. Lila, 105.68. Danny, 81.92. Grandpa, 62.44. Jason, 88.4. Maddie, 58.4. I had 87.76. Dad, you had 17.92. That's pretty low.
Wow.
But winner goes to Lila.
Lila with
If you
105.6. I mean, Lila is her starting lineup is crushing it, and her bench is crushing it, which seems to be what our league does. It's really, I think, the strangest thing.
It's really weird.
I think if you took my bench points and added them to my regular points, I still be the low scorer for the week.
Ouch.
Well, we didn't do that.
Ouch.
I'll take your word for it.
And then in the running, because the games still are going on, the total points winner for the week in the running is Dad, Uncle Danny, and Lila.
And like I said, these were calculated. I'm not sure, Danny, you were close to being out of the running.
Yeah, these were calculated about an hour ago. So
I think it's going to be between myself and Lila, unless something crazy happened.
Definitely.
Wow. So the two highest teams of this week face off next week against each other. Woo.
Good matchup. Good matchup. So, cool,
can I say something about the Browns?
Awesome.
Delpit was lost for the season.
Who replaced them?
I don't know.
So awesome, Ben. I watched him. I watched him.
Anthony Bell.
Gosh, we wanted to get.
He played good.
Yes,
he did.
He looked really good. He had a few close, almost interceptions. So, even though we won,
I thought he was a ball hawk. Like he was just wherever the action was, that's where he was. He was making tackles.
He was there
at the ball.
Yes.
It was really, really good to see.
I tell you what, he now has his. The guy that's the backup always just needs an opportunity. Well, he's about to get his now, so I hope he steps his game up and becomes a stud.
We need him to step up because Delpit's a big loss.
All right, that was a great.
Also, one other note: other sports besides.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. The Cleveland baseball team.
Yes.
Okay. Got the number one pick.
The Guardians. Yeah, Guardians got the first.
The only unfortunate part is I was reading about it, and there's no clear-cut first pick this year. There's several that are all the same. So we'll pick the wrong one again.
We got the Guardians won the first pick with only a 2% chance, and that's our first time in franchise history. And then we also got Austin Hedges on a 1-year deal.
He's a good classic Cleveland guy.
And in the same week, Shohei Ohtani makes more money in one season than the entire Guardians roster. That's awesome.
I mean, it's almost double.
He makes $2.22 a second.
It's just all the numbers are crazy. But no, not just the Guardians. He has more than 11 Major League Baseball teams rosters. His salary is more than 11 baseball team rosters combined. Like the whole roster. That's crazy.
I go with and we only got a minute and a half left before we get cut off from Zoom here. I go with the Jose Ramirez, when he signed with the Indians.
Love him.
Signed with, 120, I forget what the total number was. He could have gotten 200 million.
100%.
He took that much less money. He's like, there is no difference in my lifestyle if I'm making 120 vice.
Yep.
Yep. And so
exactly.
I'm with Jose on this, and
100%.
Give me a little bit more money, and I'm happy. But 700, I don't know what I'm doing with 700 million. So
awesome! This was a great week of fantasy football once again. I've really enjoyed this podcast, and I hope you guys have too. I want to thank our guest, Grandpa and Uncle Danny, for attending. On some after calling you really quick, but thank you guys. Appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.
And before it cuts out, I do want to say you're always going, Ben, and it's awesome. What you guys have put together with this is fantastic. You should be commended. Great job. Don't stop it. We all love it. I know we all talk about it. Yes. So you need your kudos to both of you. It's awesome.
I appreciate it. All right.
Good job, guys.
Lots of fun.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for attending, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
Good luck next week, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.